Good morning. How are you? My name is Kimberly and this is my channel, Kimberly Down South, all about Slimming World and my journey to, at this point, I would say to lose 100 pounds. So I had followed Slimming World last year quite a bit, and then towards the end of the year I came off of it and haven't really 100% gotten back on it until recently. So I am going back on filming these videos for you. So if you are new here, welcome to my channel, and if you are a regular, I appreciate you stopping by and checking out my updates and my progress. I'm redoing this video. I posted one yesterday and did not realize that the sound had gone out on it. So I may have to record in smaller chunks and make sure that I don't know if the sound went out. So as I was recording, a phone call came in, so I want to make sure that that didn't stop the sound on the video. So I stopped the video and I'm just going to pick right back up. But the sound had gone out on my previous video and I didn't realize it, and I posted it, and then you all told me that it had happened, so I just thought I'll delete it and start over. So I may record a little bit and then stop and then start recording again, but hopefully that will be okay. I was doing my update to let you know that on my last weigh-in I had lost 2 pounds, which I was really happy about. I totally started over on Slimming World, and what I mean by that is when I went back into the app, I resubscribed to the app, and when I went back in, I started completely over. I didn't pick up from where I had left off on my weight because I had essentially gained back everything that I had lost before, which was, I think at the time, was maybe 16 pounds, which I loved and was fabulous, and I want to do it again. And I know I can do it with Slimming World, so that's why I'm doing the Slimming World program. So I started over in the app, and now I'm down 2 pounds from the last weigh-in. We will have another weigh-in this week, hopefully on maybe like tomorrow, and I may be the same, and let me tell you why. I have had a terrible week. Terrible week. A few days ago I had this weird episode. Something happened when I first woke up that was a physical thing that had not happened before. So I was aware of it, but then I thought, well, maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe I stood up too fast, or maybe I something. So I kind of like cast it off, and then Saturday I woke, the next day actually, so that happened on Thursday was when that happened, and then Friday I felt okay. Let me preface this by saying the day that that thing happened, the rest of the day I just felt really tired, like I had not slept all night. Then the next day I was okay. I got out, I did stuff in my swimming pool. I'm trying to get that sorted. And then let's see, what is today? Monday. Saturday, when I woke up, I didn't feel good again. I woke up I didn't even go to sleep the night before until about 1:30. I was awake at 5:30 and I just didn't feel right. And I had I'm just going to say we had an upset stomach. I was in the bathroom about 4 to 5 times that morning, back and forth. And then finally about 7:30 a.m. I went to my recliner and sat down, and I kind of like dozed a little bit because I just wasn't feeling good. I dozed a little bit, but when I woke up, I didn't really fall asleep. I was just dozing. So when I woke up, I felt really, really bad. And earlier that day I had taken my blood pressure, and it was on the slightly elevated side of normal for me. So I took my blood pressure again right then because I wasn't feeling good, and I had it right beside me in the recliner. I had not stood up and walked around or anything. I had just woken up, felt bad and thought I'll take my blood pressure now. Well, when I did, it was high. It was like 180 something over like 104 or 101, 107. I don't know. I'll post it here because I took a picture of it. And I thought, well, maybe I messed it up. I took it in my left arm. I'll try it on my right arm. Well, it was 177 over something. And so I called my dad. I said, I think I'm going to have to go down to the doctor because my blood pressure is really high. And I do have a history of heart issues in my family, so I want to take that seriously. My father had an aortic dissection. Most people die from that. He survived. And my grandmother, his mother, had 2 open heart surgeries in her lifetime. So I wanted to be sure that there wasn't a heart-related thing, because what had happened the couple of days before and this kind of seemed like it could be, you know, related, and it could have been heart-related. So I just wanted to take all of that off the table. So we went down to the ER and they checked me over. They did blood work, they did a urine sample, they did a chest x-ray, they hooked me up to the EKG machine, and, you know, just monitored my blood pressure. So it was slightly down at the doctor's office. Then well, the first 2 times it went through the sequence, it was down. The third time it went through the sequence, it went back up to 175 over something. But by the time I actually left there, it had gotten back to sort of normal, like 123 over something. So it was back to normal. Excuse me. And they said the only, you know, everything checked out fine. The only thing we could see is that you have a UTI. So I'd never had a UTI before, or if I did, I didn't know I had one. So, and maybe that has something to do with what was going on. I'm not sure. So I went home with an antibiotic. Well, my stomach's been off anyway, and I haven't been able to eat, which brings me back to my diet this week. I haven't been able to eat on plan, because when my stomach is off, I can only eat certain things, and it's usually something carby, like potatoes, or, you know, regular or mashed potatoes, or rice. I mean, I can have that stuff, but I can't fill it out with the vegetables and stuff that I would normally put along with it. That's what I'm trying to say. So really, for the past couple of days, I've just had cream of potato, like a potato soup, because that was the most soothing on my stomach. So when I say I'm not sure if I'm going to lose any weight or what's going to happen this week, it's because that's sort of been the only thing I can eat, which is, you know, okay, but I can't do the other stuff. I can't do the speed foods and stuff like that. But again, lost 2 pounds last week. I'm okay with that. If I could maintain this week with what's going on, that would be great. If you see right here, I have this dog. Let me tilt it down. Hello, this is Pepper. Come here, Pepper. Where'd you go? Come over here. They can't see you over there. This is Pepper. This is my neighbor's dog. So my dog that just passed away, that was his best friend. Come here. Show your face. Hello. She was his best friend. He's an old dog. And also, she was the companion for my dog, and she was a companion for my dad. And after she passed, he was not eating. My cousin lives across the street from me, and he was not eating. They were worried about him, that he was like depressed and everything. And my dog too was just laying around and didn't have his playing companion with him. So I went over, we talked about it. He can't leave his yard just on his own. Like, if I'm going to bring him over, I have to go over there and get him. So I went over and got him the other day, and he and my dog, like, Pepper is probably about 10 years old, and my dog is like 1.5 years old. So my dog is essentially still a puppy. Well, they were playing, and he seems really happy to be over here. He didn't want to leave my house, and that's fine. He can come over and stay for the day. At nighttime, he does have to go back to his own house, but he's been staying over with me at my house and playing with my dogs, and I got him to eat some food. I'm trying to get this set the right way. Anyway, trying to get him to eat some food. So that's going on, and I didn't want to leave like a super long video. I just wanted to give you a brief update because I don't have any pictures to show you of food I've eaten this week. I want to get back to cooking because I have some recipes. If you see right here, I've got one of the Pinch of Nom books. This is one of my newer ones, and it's called Comfort Food, and so I want to try a couple of recipes out of that are Slimming World friendly. So that's all that I have right now. We're just kind of seeing where the health thing goes. I think what I was telling you before is because of the heart health issues that my family has, I'm probably going to still get booked into a cardiologist and let them do a basic checkup on me, so I at least have a cardiologist specialist in my arsenal if something were to happen, and just to make sure that there are no other things going on. The issue that my dad had called an aortic dissection, it can be, if your parent has it, you are 50% more likely to have something like that. So, and it is a very serious thing. Like I said, most of the times they don't diagnose it until it's too late. Usually when you go in, they treat it as though you are having a heart attack. And if you treat it that way, then you're not probably going to make it, because you have to do something completely different, I guess, for the aortic dissection. What it is your aorta splits like a tear. It like opens up, and your blood starts flowing out. So yeah, it's really dangerous. So anyway, I just want to make sure I get a cardiologist in my arsenal if I should need one in the future. And my dad happens to be going to his cardiologist on Wednesday, so I will probably try to get with them and see if I can get booked in, or see if my insurance requires me to have a referral to come to him since he's a specialist. But anyway, that's all that's going on. My stomach is still off today. I am inside the house. I'm not going out in the heat, especially with the UTI. I forgot to say, they gave me an antibiotic for that. And the bad part about an antibiotic is it's good for treating the UTI, but it's terrible for your stomach. So I'm starting to take a probiotic to try to prevent myself from having stomach issues, loose stomach. Sorry, the dogs are playing right next to me. Or like a yeast infection or something. So I'm starting a probiotic too. So I'm trying to get my gut back in, the good microbiome situation, which I don't think it is right now. So again, my eating may be off a little bit until I get all of that under control, but still going to go back to Slimming World. Anyway, I'm going to close this out. I just wanted to give the brief update to let you know what's going on. I will be back. Hopefully soon I'll be able to put some food prep things up here, or some shopping, sins on items that I found at the shops or whatever. So have a great week. Some of you, I may see you on Wednesday if we have a Losers Club meeting. I may see you guys there. I probably will be at home some of the week. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will see you soon. Bye.